on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Beast Mode.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs.
We got this.
His first carry. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Brissett. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, look now at our starting defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season, but boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Caught. It's Ellington. And he's got this down to the 35. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, Ellington. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct? Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. He was brought down by Darryl Roberts. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And able to find Green. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To throw is Wilson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Second down, McKinnon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit, a great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. On third and goal, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is and now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they're designed on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deion Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. It's third and long for Brissett. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
On 2nd and 2, Wilson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down now, run with McKinnon. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. In on the stop, Mason Foster, who was 7th in the NFL in tackles a year ago. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Brissett sets to throw it. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. yards. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Throwing, Brissett. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Come on now, let's go.
Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Here we go.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A.J. Green. As the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On first down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Wilson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Marshawn Lynch heading back out into the huddle. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. A huge play there on the screen pass. 71 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run with Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marshawn Lynch with touchdown number 12 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson, dancing to his left. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. 2nd tight end taken in the draft. And amazingly, the 2nd Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson, 8th overall. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. There's Wilson. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on second and long. Wilson to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big play there for KC, 45 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Play fake, Brissett. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet? I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down. In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there. They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there. Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough? Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position. And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal. And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here again is McKinnon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, McKinnon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brian Burns in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The throw to the middle taken in, and he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Wilson to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So the Chiefs now down by a field goal, under 1:20 to go. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brissett. And that's complete. It's Allington. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run on 1st down. McKinnon, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. And give that one to the Texans as they wind up winners there. Andrew Luck, 2 touchdown passes in the W. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. Now Brissett. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Brissett looks to throw. And oh, what a catch that time by Landry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Denver, they're not going to go quietly here as the wind moves.
I was waiting.